Hi, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching, and today with the help of Academy Sports Coach, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a possession session that I came across while checking out one of our books we have available on the website called Pro Possession Games by Renato Lopez Moreira. I looked at this book, some really, really great stuff, and I want to kind of bring you an idea from one of the sessions I got from reading this book. With the possession session, you can go through a lot of things and set, how you want them to play, and you can map it out. But with all of that, you should have that established. But within a possession session, you really want the players to get as many looks as possible. You want them seeing as many situations as possible where they can apply those concepts and ideas that you've been trying to put into your game model. And I think this session does that very well. So after our normal, stretching, things like that, we would set up teams of three. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4 teams of three in the grid. And what they're doing is black will play to red. Yellow will try to win possession. And they can play anywhere in this grid. So it's a little chaotic. So there's a lot of bodies running around. You have to find the correct red guy, the correct yellow guy that's on your team. You're looking to just play within your three-person team. The yellow tries to win the ball. If they win the ball, they are then teammates with the neutral player, the red player. And black will then try to defend. And this is going on all across the field. So maybe red makes the run over here. The ball is played. Oops, wrong one. Ball's played here. Yellow then needs to go to defend it, right? Black steps over here to then make the move to receive the next pass, except this guy's in the way, and it gets a little chaotic like that. So we're just really creating as much chaos as possible in this setup drill and looking for that 2v1, all right, the movement off the ball to receive the pass. And we're highlighting things like our first touch. We're highlighting things like a directional first touch to make sure that we are playing into our first touch is setting up the second touch. We're talking about off the ball movement, creating passing lanes. And then we're going to take it and make it a little bit more, a little less chaotic and a little more so that we can control the situation as much as possible. So we're taking those players and we're putting them into small-sided grids. We're reducing the space. So we're looking for a higher intensity. Maybe they're mentally a little bit warmed up. They're starting to scan the field. They've already started to look and think about the way that they're playing. And now we're going to reduce the space and keep them in this tight little grid. And we can, as coaches, can walk through the lines and be there to make sure those aspects we've kind of talked about in the beginning of the session now are being cemented in these small-sided games. Next thing we can do is we remove the lines now, and we get away from their three-person grids, and we're going to make it so that there is a red team, there's a yellow team, then there's a black team, and we're going to remove the balls, all except for one, and we're going to play a possession keep away game here, where black and red are on the same team. So it's an 8v4, and black and red are trying to keep and maintain possession. So black plays to red here. Yellow attempts to defend it. Right, yellow pressures. Now what happens is if red then receives possession and they play a pass to yellow, yellow is now on the attack. Black is on the attack, but since red gave up the ball, they are now the defending team. And the defending team now has to press. So what we're looking for here is we have constantly evolving shape. It's pretty fluid. There's no directional play. You're constantly moving, but you're recreating the situation in the midfield where there's constant turnovers. It's where we are. We're on offense. We're spread out. We're wide. We're opening up to receiving that pass. All of a sudden, we've lost the ball. Now we're on defense, and things have to change. So we're really focusing on the concept of the transition moment of scanning the field, looking for things, reading those visual cues. Right, you see this ball is going to be to yellow. The red players then recognize, okay, we're about to lose possession. We see where this pass is being played. We're seeing where the yellow is going, and these players can instantly then start setting up. Although they're on offense still technically, it's the ball's still in transition. They see the ball's going to be lost. They can start transitioning instantly to press and then win and hopefully play back to possession to red. So let's say the ball is played from black to red. Yellow presses. Oh, lost my ball. Yellow presses. Yellow wins the ball on the interception. Red goes and wins the ball. And then after they win it, they're then going to quickly play to black. And we have disrupted a turnover, pressed it, and won the ball quickly. So we're not only just teaching the curriculum of, receiving on the half turn, playing the feed, directional first touch, finding the passing lanes, things like that. We're also we're using that within a game frame, and we're looking for those transition moments that, hey, if things don't go right, how can we quickly react to that drill or react to that turnover and win this ball back? So now we're going to get rid of the neutral team. We're going to get rid of the neutral team, and we're going to move towards a black versus yellow here. And it's going to be black in the middle here versus a team of 3 yellows. Move him over here. Get all these lines out of the way. Move him over here. And we'll add, in addition to the players in the grid, what a black here, yellow here. It'll be a 3v3 with bumper players. But on the bumpers are, a defender. So there's a black and a yellow bumper player at each grid. So we got black player here. Him. We got a black player here. Up here. So what we're playing is this 3v3 possession game. We're looking to score through 5 passes. 5 passes will be our goal to score from. So black can look to play to its bumper players are going to play in possession. So in possession, we're making this grid small. It's really hectic. We're looking for these bumper players to be relief players, to be outlet players for us, so that when things the press becomes too heavy, these yellow, we're looking to play to a bumper player. So let's say this player's in possession, they're being pressed. There's really not a lot they can do. They can try to chip it, they can try to slot one through, but they feel like that their backs have been turned to the ball. They're maybe on this foot. They would have to pull a move against 3 guys, slip through, and then play a pass. So what we're looking for them to do is use these outlet passes as an option to break the line and reduce the pressure. Problem going to be here is the defender is going to be marking this guy. So the players are going to have to move quickly. It's not like you can play this ball outside, he can sit all day, and then all of a sudden, we're making all of these different runs, almost like a quarterback in the pocket, and all the wide receivers are making runs. What we're looking for here is for this player to lose his mark. They're all constantly moving along their line to create shape. They're not just sitting there static here, like they're sitting on a bucket and waiting for a ball to come to them. So maybe this player out here makes a darting run towards the yellow player to get him to stick, and then checks back out quickly to give himself space. So he checks in, yellow player follows him, he checks back out quickly, recognizes his player's under pressure, and he creates a passing lane from that and receives on his right foot. So we've got the line here. We've got a line here that we've created in the game, and we're going to try to break that line. So we play quickly. He receives on his right foot, opens up his hips. This player recognizes that he's going to need support to break that line. Because still, if you look, we're still technically, if we extend it even further, we are still in front of the line. To break that line, we need to move quickly. He plays 1 touch pass, opens up, and he plays out here. Now, that would be 2 passes. Okay, we need 3. We need 5 to score. And he cannot play to any of his other bumper players. So it has to go back into the mix. So what you're really forcing the players to do is they're looking to relieve the bumper players, but then we're trying to get back into the midfield, try to and combine through there. And then after this, what I would do after this drill is finish up with just a scrimmage to kind of cement those ideas. And, throughout the scrimmage, really harping on the concepts we've worked on throughout our possession session. So, again, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching and the Help Academy Sports Coach. And the book Pro Possession Games, which I will put in the comment section so you can check out on your own. I hope this session finds you well.